Hey guys, new MIB2 maps are out and I'm going to show you how to install them. If you know the drill, just go to mibhelper.com, enter your software version, download new maps and install them as usual. If you don't know the drill, well, we are in Audi, but the same maps go into other vehicles from Volkswagen Auto Group, like Volkswagen, Seat, Skoda, MAN, Lamborghini, Bentley, Porsche and so on. Okay, so we are in the vehicle, we have the infotainment system turned on and we want to go into hidden menu to check the software version that's in the vehicle. To do this, we need to use button combination. If you have Volkswagen, Seat or Skoda and you have this touch screen, you just press and hold the menu button instead. But over here we need to push this forward, pull this backward, like so. And we are in the red engineering menu. Over here, scroll down to version information. And you have your current version. We have MHI2, this is MIB2 High, Europe, Audi, platform 37 something, and this is the version number. Okay, so we know we have a MIB2 High, so we need to download maps for MIB2 High unit. Spoiler alert, there are also maps for MIB2 Standard. So if you have Volkswagen Discover Media, if you have Skoda Amundsen system, if you have Seat 6PO system, there are maps for you. And if you have MIB2 High, like me over here, so this is Volkswagen Discover Pro, Skoda Columbus, Seat Pro Navigation, something like that, you will use the same maps as me. Okay, so let's go to the computer and let's prepare the update media. Okay, so as I said, we are going to visit mibhelper.com, and over here we need to enter the firmware version, the software train. This is the thing that we just checked in the hidden menu. So when you enter this one, just press go. You have all the details about your unit, all the information that you might need. And well, in section 3 we have navigation, maps, updates, and we want to download this one. So let's press and it will just start downloading right now. I'm going to cancel it because I've already done it. And well, it's going to be a huge zip file, like 16 gigs. Whilst downloading, you want to prepare an SD card or an USB drive. So if you have MIB High, it doesn't matter if you use USB, SD card or whatever. It doesn't matter where you bought it and so on. But if you have MIB Standard, you will need an original SD card or special SD card, or you will need to remove the limitation that's in your main unit in your vehicle. I have a separate video about that. Okay, but now let's go to the card. Let me show you how it's prepared. So first of all, we can see that this is an 64 gigs card. I believe 32 gigs would also work for me, because this takes up like 18 gigs, yeah, so we should be fine. And it's formatted with FAT32 file system. This is also important for the unit to properly recognize the card. And the other thing is how to copy the files to the SD card. So when the package is downloaded, when the huge zip file is downloaded, you need to unzip it first and then copy it to the SD card so it looks like this. You will need to have 3 things on the card: meta-info2 that takes the MIB1 and MIB2 folders, nothing else, nothing more. So with this prepared, we can just remove the SD card and we can go to the vehicle. Okay, we are back in the vehicle. I have the SD card over here and the unit is already working. I'm going to place the update card in the SD1 port, like so. This is the main unit of the infotainment system. It's in the glove box, so remember that next time you throw a can of soft drink into the glove box, it can be an expensive repair if the if your drink explodes. And right now we want to trigger the update. Oh, the screen is flickering a little bit. And there are two ways. One way is go to the settings, left drawer, system maintenance, scroll down to version information, scroll down to navigation database, and you have this update countries over here. You can see that we have the previous version 2026, and you can go with update countries, select the source and go through the update. But I'm going to do it different way actually. I'm going to enter the hidden red menu like so, and I'm going to select update from here, SD1, and from this point it looks pretty much the same. It doesn't matter if you are using Audi, Volkswagen, Seat or Skoda. The skin over here might look a little bit different, but the procedure will be all the same. We are selecting standard update, and well, from now on it's pretty much waiting. Scroll down, we can see that this is going to be updated, this and this. And the last thing is start the update. One final warning not to interrupt the update, and let's just start it. Okay, so now we need to wait. In this case it will take about 40 minutes or so, and the navigation system will close, open, go dark, start again. It will reboot a couple times, and I'm using the red menu to update maps because it will give me a little bit more details about how the process is going. Okay, the other way, the way from the settings menu, will just show you standard information, like a little progress bar which doesn't tell you much, but in this case we will see which country exactly is right now copied and so on. So little bit more information. The end result is all the same, so it doesn't matter really for your maps, but still I prefer just to use this method. And with this method I can have the ignition off and the navigation on, because while once it's rebooting into the software update mode, once it's rebooted over here, it will not go to sleep while this is going, so it will stay on as long as it needs to. Okay, and we can see that it's already copying something over here, and right now we have like 40 minutes of free time, and we will check later on how it's going. One more thing, since we are using the battery for about 40 minutes, I'm hooking up external power source to charge up the battery while it's done. Well, it's 40 minutes and the ignition is not on, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but still just want to be safe that everything will go nice and smooth and I will not have any problems with the update and with starting the car afterwards. And we are done. Okay, right now we want to scroll down. We have this update status, and we see that those 4 components were installed correctly. We have OK next to them. Scroll all the way down and press continue and cancel the documentation. The unit will reboot one final time. It took about 35 minutes, I believe, so it was pretty quick. And right now the screen is down. I'm not sure if it's because it's rebooting or because I have the ignition off, so maybe let's try to wake it up. Yeah, and it wakes up, and right now when the system is freshly started, it will need about a minute or so to have all the components to be ready for you. So if you right away want to go into navigation, you will have this navigation is loading information on the display. So navigation, and you can see that the navigation is still loading. Those things on the bottom of the screen are just popping up right now. So maybe let's go to menu, let's go to setup, left drawer, system maintenance, version information, navigation database information, and it's not available yet, so we are still waiting for it to be loaded. And I believe in a couple seconds, maybe let's do it like this, I believe in a couple seconds we should see just the list of all the countries over here. Yep, it's updated 26 27, and I recommend doing those updates even if you are using Google Maps through CarPlay or Android Auto or so on, because those maps are also used for the traffic sign recognition system. So the navigation database works in fusion with the camera that reads the signs. And also, if you have some kind of predictive features in your vehicle, like predictive lights or predictive cruise control, you also want to have the latest maps installed in your vehicle for those two features to work properly. Okay, so right now I believe maps should work. Yep, it's working. So we can remove this card with the update. It's not needed in the MIP high units because, as I said, the data over here was copied into the internal memory, and we can install, for example, speed traps right now, which are also available on the miphelper.com website. Thank you for watching. See you soon.